Oh boy, here we are again with Caveman Wildlife on Instagram. Check out his Instagram. It's Caveman Wildlife. He's kind of like in the same boat that I'm in. He's got somebody that inspired him to do what he's trying to do now. Just like I had somebody that inspired me to do what I'm doing now. And it was interesting, the conversation that I had with him. He was just basically telling me how he got into it and about his copperhead snake that he'd always wanted to catch. And one day he found it in the front of his yard. It came to him. Again, hopefully you enjoy the conversation. I mean, he's all about conservation through education. So just go ahead on and listen to the conversation I had with him. The audio was not perfect at the beginning. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning. Timing from Atlanta to California, it's different, so we were having issues to begin with, but it's all right. So we'll have him again in the near future, but for this one, I enjoyed my conversation with him. Go ahead and listen to him. He's trying to teach the world about conservation of our nature, what we have around us. Without further ado, here it is, Caveman Wildlife on Instagram. Having a conversation with his Instagram handle is Caveman Wild. He's an Instagram conservationist. He's into conserving wildlife. His Instagram is amazing and scary at the same time. He's a wild man, catching snakes and releasing them back into the wild. And he should be calling in a couple minutes. Let's see. He's in. Here we go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you perfectly good, but I can't see you.
All right, awesome.
All right. Give me
Oh,
one.
you can't see me?
Yeah, barely. Hold on. Let me turn this on.
1 second.
Okay.
I bet. I walked
Okay.
outside for like 1 second. I'm about to be back.
All right. Yeah. Well, that didn't work. Okay, we're gonna try again. See if this works. It wasn't working. It's probably his, because he said he walked outside, so he's probably taking a minute to finish doing what he's doing. I don't know when he'll be back. But I was saying, his Instagram's pretty crazy. Let's see. He's back. Let's try again. Here we go. There you go.
Oh, hey.
What's up, man?
Sorry.
I didn't even get your name. I just know you by the Caveman Wildlife.
Oh,
My bad. I should have gotten your name first, right?
No, you.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Yeah, you're all good. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get into a spot in my house where I can.
All
Oh,
right.
man.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah, but.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hey, Christian.
Christian. All right, Christian. Nice to meet you, Christian. I'm Oscar. Yeah, you are breaking up a lot.
Nice to meet you, Oscar.
All right, I can see you, but it is breaking up.
Up for you?
I didn't understand you.
Okay. I don't know why it's breaking up. I'm pretty sure the internet's decent.
Yeah.
I think so. Let me know how it sounds in here. Am I coming through all right?
I can hear you good, but the video is breaking up a lot. And now the audio is breaking up too.
Good now. Like I'm sitting down right now, so maybe it'll.
All right, maybe yeah, and maybe it'll catch up to you.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's catching up a little by little. It's breaking up a lot though still.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know I'm all the way in Georgia, so it might be struggling to.
Yeah.
Connect.
Yeah, I see that it's already dark out there, right?
Oh yeah. It's like eight something. Yeah, 8:15.
Yeah. It's 5 in California right now. Yeah. So,
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
right? Right? You still see light out here, right? I got the door open and you can see the the daylight. Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. I know
Yeah.
how time zones. They're always still like just wild how that works.
Right? It's crazy, right? Yeah. So yeah. So what is it that you do, man, for work?
Yo, okay. So right now I'm actually a student at Kennesaw State University, and I'm studying I'm majoring right now in environmental science. But as my work right now, I'm working at a gym called 9 Rounds Fitness. It's like a franchise that's around here, and it's a really great gym. I'm loving it. I just started about a month and a half ago, and it keeps me busy when I'm not out here diving after snakes and
Right?
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy, right? I mean, I
yeah,
keep watching you, and every time I watch your videos, I'm like, whoa, maybe you should stay back a little. They bite. Be careful, man.
yeah. I definitely get my fair share of that's gonna be the last snake he catches comments, but I
Right?
I I, def- I definitely know which ones to stay away from and which ones I can mess around with a little bit more.
Right.
Like I've
That
been
yeah.
researching them.
I usually just go by the red and yellow
Hmm.
stay away fellows. So if I see red and yellow, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
oh
stay away.
yeah, yeah, with the yep.
So
That'll do it. Yeah, with the
what is it
coral snake.
that got you into this, like into the wildlife? What interested you about it?
Oh, what got me started in the wildlife was I gotta say when I was super young, I got really into Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. When I was a kid, I mean, all I would do every day I got home from school, and I mean, I remember this. All I would do when I got home from school was I try to finish out all my homework as quick as I could because my parents wouldn't let me watch TV until I do that. And so I do
Right.
that, and then I'd sit down, turn on Animal Planet, grab like a Capri Sun or a water or something like that, and just watch Steve take me on some voyage across the world and handle all types of crazy, amazing creatures, and he gives so much enthusiasm and passion about them that like it couldn't help but resonate. After that, I started I interested in my local wildlife, like not just the ones he was showing, and that led me as a kid. I remember it was always funny because kids my age were usually picking out the
You're breaking up again.
the little cute children's novels, and I was always asking, yeah, and so I got really into reading big books about it. And then once I started reading the books about them, I noticed that like I started gaining a lot of knowledge about the wildlife around me and the wildlife on the planet, and developed a true love and passion for it. And then it wasn't until recently, I'd say like my ending of my senior year of high school, about a year and a half ago, I decided like, hey, like let me give this a shot and see if I can catch some stuff on my own. And I've been loving it ever since.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, because I remember too watching Steve Irwin. He would do like kind of the crazy things you do. That's the most dangerous snake in the world. I'm gonna grab it.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah, oh
that's
yeah, yeah. My favorite is when he's holding an inland taipan, which is one of the deadliest snakes on the planet in terms of venom toxicity. And I mean, he's laying on the floor staring at this snake. I mean, the snake is less than 4 inches maybe from his face. Its head is just staring there, and the snake pops its head out of a hole in the ground. And Steve just goes still because he's like, "Oh, the snake sees me." And this snake just turns, flicks its tongue out, and licks him almost on the face, and just slithers by him. And he's like, I think I'm the only one who's ever been licked by a taipan and lived to tell the story. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
damn.
This is
That
great.
that's crazy.
Just
Like
great.
to have that amount of
Oh yeah.
calmness on you to get that close to that dangerous creature. It's
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I try to look as Steve like as I can when I'm out there, but I'd be lying if there wasn't some snakes where I'm like, I'm holding them and I'm like, this dude's about to mess me up. Like
right.
he's not having it.
So
Yeah, he's
what's
not
like
having
the most dangerous one around your area where you're at, like that you have caught?
it. So I'm up in North Georgia, so
Okay.
northern-ish Georgia. So up here we have six species of venomous snake known in Georgia, like the state, and those are you have your copperhead, your eastern diamondback, your pygmy rattlesnake, which they say is more South Georgia. You have your eastern coral snake, which is pretty rare to find around here. You have a cottonmouth, and then you have oh, what's the last one? That's Eastern Diamondback. And then there's another one in there. I'm blanking on the name right now, but I'm pretty sure it's another species of rattler. It's like there's timber and Eastern Diamondback, but nonetheless, so you have those around here. Really, around where I live, and specifically, and from what I've observed in this environment, the most dangerous thing you can come across is a copperhead. And so I had never come across when I first started doing this stuff. I was always coming across non-venomous snakes like water snakes and rat snakes and things like that. And then this one day, I can't make the story up. Every time I tell the story, everybody who I'm talking to thinks I made this up. I'm not making this up.
Okay.
I get up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on a run. I'm gonna go on a run. I haven't been on a run in a minute. I'm just gonna do it. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Sun's just coming up. This is May. I'm fresh out of high school, just graduated. And so I'm kind of toying with this idea of starting a wildlife education page like I have now, but wasn't fully sure yet. But
Right.
nonetheless, I had been researching copperheads all the past few weeks, day in and day out. They were just really fascinating to me. They're really pretty snakes. You get to see them, absolutely gorgeous coloration. But I'm researching them, and I'm like, man, I'd love to see a copperhead one day. And I kept thinking that all the time. I kept thinking, like, man, I wonder what I'd do when I saw one. And I can't make this up. 30 seconds before I start this run, it couldn't have been any more than 30 seconds. While I'm stretching, in my head, I was like, today would be a cool day to see a copperhead. Like literally said the words, like visually, like visualized it.
Right.
I start running up my street, and laying on the road, like middle of the road, just laying there, is a 3-foot long copperhead. Like just laying out middle of the open, just chilling right on the pavement. And so I remember like my jaw just drops, my heart just stops in my chest. I'm staring at this thing like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing right now? Like I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy cow. So I sprint all the way back to my house. I grab a bucket out of my base. This little guy was laying on in an area where a lot of people walk their dogs in the morning. I kept thinking, like, man, if I don't, somebody's gonna come by and they might look down or something.
You're breaking up a lot again.
Oh, can you hear me?
No, it's breaking up a lot.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Let me know if it gets better.
It was working good where you were at.
Weird. That's weird.
Yeah, that worked. You seem fine right now.
Oh, can I hear you?
Oh no,
Can you hear me?
No, it's breaking up again. I think we're gonna have some technical difficulties. Let's see.
We're at Santa, man. And the internet's decent. Hey, should I try hanging up and calling back?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So we're gonna do a second try. The conversation was good, man. So okay, there he is. We're back. Let's see.
How you doing?
Okay,
is it better?
It's better, a lot better.
All right, okay. I can see. Where did I leave off? Remember?
Oh, you found the copperhead and ran in to get a bucket?
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So I get my bucket. I run in the house, and my mom is not too fond about the wildlife stuff, particularly snakes. She's definitely scared of snakes. So I kind of had to run a little sneaky move and just kind of go in and go, yeah, I just need the bucket. House, and so I go back to the snake, and it's just laying there, still laying, which was a little peculiar to me. Why I found out the argument, it's still laying. It's definitely not a snake. And I went landing. I reached down, I looked at its head. I made sure it wasn't rearing up to strike.
Hey, you're breaking up a lot.
Picked it up by its tail and lifted it. Oh man.
Hey, do you mind if I give you my number and then we go do we can do video call? I don't know if you have an Android or an iPhone.
Yeah, no, I have an iPhone.
Oh, I have an Android. I don't know if it'll work.
Oh, do you have like is House Party? Is that an app on Android too, or something? No, that's a FaceTime thing or something like that. Do you have a?
This would be the only way, but let me see. I don't know if I could do anything.
Wild.
Sure.
I mean, maybe if we turn off the camera, it might act differently or something. I don't know.
I could try that.
I wonder if it's the camera. Yeah, I can try to see if I can just patch the wrong voice. But
okay, let's go off of that. Yeah.
Am I hearing? You hear me any better? Is it working?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That works. But yeah, I think it's the video that's making it slow. So I'll just So let's back up a little bit. So where we left off again?
Okay, we left off right when I got my bucket and I'm right back with the snake.
Right, there you go. That's what I didn't catch anything. After that, I didn't catch anything.
All right. So I'm right there. I'm with my bucket. I'm with this snake, and I did what like I said, I don't recommend, but I tailed it. I watched for the body language of the snake. I'm reading the animal the whole time. I pick it up, drop it down in the pail. It kind of moves a little bit, like it was kind of wondering, what are you doing? And so I run all the way back up to my neighbor's house because he's very fond of natural wildlife, just like I am. And we're always sharing what we just caught, and talking about reptiles and all that. And so I bring it to him, and he says he'll watch it for a while because we noticed that the snake was actually bleeding when I put it in the bucket. And so what we surmised was maybe a car had clipped it partially, as it was coming by, because it didn't look like it had really any visual damage signs on its body. It just looked like it was being a little sluggish and had a little bit of bleeding coming from the side. And so we surmised that, hey, maybe it got hit or whatever, but you look after it for a little bit, let me know how it's doing. If it's safe enough, we'll just let it go back off far away from everybody in the neighborhood. And yeah, we left it at that. But to this date, that's the only venomous, or quote unquote, like, yeah, venomous snake I've dealt with. But yeah, that was definitely a very, very nerve wracking experience. But it definitely made me have such more of appreciation for wildlife, and was something I was glad to have been able to experience. But definitely don't recommend a lot of people trying. Like,
Right?
they can hit pretty hard.
See, you're crazy because you see a snake and you want to grab it. I see a snake and I want to run the other way. It doesn't matter to me if it's poisonous or not.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
But yeah, see, I get
People are like, yeah, man.
the closest thing I have to wildlife right here where I live is like I have rabbits. That's what I have. I got like 15 rabbits. But I got them because of the kids. They wanted them, so I was like, all right, I'll have some rabbits. That's the closest to wildlife I get right here. That's funny. I know. I know.
Rabbits can be vicious. I've heard
You're breaking up a lot.
rabbits out there and wild rabbits out there. So here, let me try to move around one more time, see if this helps the internet at all. I'll try to go in the room with the router, actually.
All right,
Man, I think it's just I'm so far away, it's messing up a little bit.
are you hooked up to your Wi-Fi or?
Yeah. I'm hooked up to the Wi-Fi. Am I getting any better? I'm in the room where the router is.
Well, I don't have I don't have video.
Okay.
So, but the audio does sound good. It was
the video
sound
look any better?
The video, yeah. I mean, it's blurry, but it works.
Okay.
Yeah. So what?
Cool.
So what were you saying about my rabbits?
Oh, I was saying no. You're counting yourself out with the animals. The rabbits can be dangerous.
How dangerous? They can scratch you, but I mean, like,
hey, I wouldn't count them out. I'm just saying, you've seen Bugs Bunny, right?
Come on. What are they hiding some TNT in their little nest or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like what you do, man. I'm happy that you do, because I get to see things like, animals that I probably wouldn't see if you weren't posting them, because I'm not gonna go online and research what type of snakes are out there, other than if I'm scrolling down and I see some crazy guy like you just trying to grab a snake and just to show it to me, that's what you're doing, and I enjoy it, man. It seems fun what you do, but for me, I'll watch you.
Hey, I mean, honestly, I think that's the beautiful thing, and what I realized and what I'm doing, because I mean, a lot of people, like I said, I'm never gonna tell somebody, hey, go out there and grab your local snake and let you know you love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
go give it a kiss.
Like, yeah, give your local snake a kiss. Make sure it has some rats. Like, no, like let those little legless buddies be where they be. They serve a great role in our environment. They keep rodents down. They keep the ecosystem in check. They're doing their thing. But my goal is to be able, let me do some of the dangerous stuff. Let me do some of the more wild stuff, and I'll show you it, and you can learn just along with me. You just don't have to go dive in the swamp like I do to get it.
And I'll enjoy it that way, man. I'll enjoy it that way. So yeah. what's your like you said you always wanted to grab one of, what was it, a conhead?
Copperhead.
I'm sorry. You said you always wanted to get come across one of those, and you spoke it into existence, and it happened, right? So, well, it happened. So, what's the goal after that? What's it like? I mean, you already accomplished that. So, what is there any other part of the world you wish to go? And
oh yeah. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. That was part of the question. I'm thinking faster than my mouth is. Ever since I was growing up, the Amazon, in particular, off the top of my head, the Amazon and Australia are two of the most, I guess let's say the Amazon first, has some of the greatest biodiversity out of any environment ecosystem in the world. And it's been my dream since I've been like 8 years old and seeing all the documentaries that are shot there, to go over there and just capture all types of wildlife on camera, from the infamous bushmaster vipers to the jaguars and to the caiman crocodiles lurking through the rivers. Like, I want to do it all. Like,
Oh goodness, if somebody told me tomorrow I could go out there, I wouldn't hesitate. Like
right? Yeah.
it's
Because there's
yeah.
there's different types of animals out there, like things that we haven't even seen that possibly look alien to us. Like look at
Oh
what they
yeah.
found recently. Like there was I forgot the name of the mouse. It's a mouse that looks like a mouse, right? It's related to
Uh-huh.
elephants, but it looks like a kangaroo the size of a mouse. And
Oh yeah.
I forgot the name of that
I
animal.
think it's yeah. Oh, it's like a. You said it's a type of mouse.
Yeah, it's related to elephants though. It looks like a mouse. It's small. I'm sorry. It's
Uh,
small like a mouse, but it looks like a kangaroo,
okay.
but it's related to elephants.
Oh man, it's probably some type of wallaby or something. Where do you know where it was?
I I
Where it was
forgot, but
found?
they in 1968 they declare it extinct, but they
Oh, I know.
recently found them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think Forrest Galanti might have been a part of finding it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he's a really
exactly.
cool.
That's the Forrest Galanta. Yes, that's crazy,
Yeah,
right? That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like people like you go out there
heck
and make those type of discoveries.
yeah. I think it's amazing when you get to rediscover a lost species. I mean, there's so many species, especially in our oceans, that go unnoticed, or they've only been documented by a European explorer in the 1800s who first found the animal, and then we've never really caught back up with them since. And
And it
you know,
became a
you start
myth.
to make you wonder. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes you wonder how many animals out there we haven't even seen yet, or the ones that we think are extinct that still have a little untouched population out there in the world somewhere. Yeah, it's really wild to think about.
Right. Yes, it is. I find it amazing. Like I said, because like I said, I don't have the ability to go out there. I mean there's areas over here. There's a river like actually
Uh,
like a couple miles from here where I could go and explore that the way you do. But hey, sticking my feet in that water where I can't see where my toes are at, that's a scary feeling to me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. that is that of what you don't see is what scares you the most. Like a lot of people think like they're like dude, you see the snake and you're not freaking out. I'm like, it's just what I don't see that freaks me out. When I'm I think 2 weeks ago, my buddy and who's on the page with me, my best friend Micaiah Bell,
I think
he
I
films
saw
with
him.
me.
The one with they had a
Yeah.
turtle,
So
right, on his hand? I think it was a turtle. All right.
yeah. Little soft shell turtle. Yeah. Me and him, we've been doing our recent expeditions into a swamp, and we wanted to see what type of wildlife we could find in the swamp. We're really interested in catching turtles. He loves turtles, so as you can see, he was with the turtle. And
Right.
so our goal that day was to catch snapping turtles, and they like really mucky water and dark environments and stuff like that. And so we pull up to this area, and there's this huge swamp. I mean, it just looks like pristine, decaying material, all this stuff, logs from trees sticking out all over the place. Looks like a horror movie, but it just looked beautiful in the sunlight. And so we're like, all right, we're going in. And so, I mean, we start wading through this thing, and it starts at ankle level. And at first, I just can't see my boots. And then I'm like, okay, well, the boots are getting a little too heavy underwater, so I'm gonna have to go barefoot. And so it gets to the point where I'm about I'm about chest high. I'm like chest high in just muck and swamp water. And I can just feel fish and stuff darting around my feet and vegetation under me and all types of logs and stuff. And I'm literally thinking the whole time, I'm like, if I step on a snapping turtle, this is going to suck. Like, I'm
No
like,
kidding.
that's not
Huh?
going to be fun. That's not going to be fun. But yeah, it honestly it brings a whole new element to the thing to the expedition when you have to get in the water. Like, I agree with you. It's a little wild. It is a little wild.
Yeah, we recently went. There's I don't know if you've heard of Mammoth here in California.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have.
well, there's a waterfall that's called Rainbow Falls right there. I recently went there.
Mhm.
We got
Okay.
in. Well, we got in, but it took me a minute to get the courage to get in that water. Even though the water was clear, crystal clear water, I was scared getting in there. And then
Yeah.
I kept looking at the rocks on the side of the river of the fall. I kept looking at them. There could be
Yeah.
a snake in there, and I won't be able to get out of here on time.
I don't know that area too well, but if there was water and there's rocks and vegetation around, there was definitely some snakes eyeing you that you didn't see. But I guarantee you, they were trying to stay away from you.
That's what I was
As much as
hoping
you were trying to
for.
stay away from them.
That's what I was hoping for. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did see a lot of fish there though. That was a little comforting. So I was like, all right, there's fish
Oh
here,
yeah.
so It should be all right.
You gotta remember. You gotta remember that's the food for the snake.
Don't say that. Yeah, now I'm scared. Now I'm not gonna get in again when we go back.
No. You were good the first time. You got
No, I know. I'm just playing. No, but it's just crazy though to think how many things live there that we don't see. And I find it. And when I saw you looking at the muddy water right there when you jumped to get that snake, I couldn't see anything. I paused the video to look. I didn't see anything. So you have to have an eye for it too.
Yeah, it definitely takes a little bit more of I guess you could say a little bit of a trained like eye for it. Like I know a lot of people, they'll look at like an area like that and they'll just go kind of like what am I looking at? You know, like yeah, exactly. Look at one stick, stuff like that. But I knew growing up, I was really like into keeping praying mantises, like those little insects. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, praying mantises.
Yeah. I got really into keeping those as a kid, and so if you know those guys, they're really well camouflaged. I mean, they just look like green little sticks and twigs and leaves and stuff like that all over the place. And so it kind of helped me when I was a kid to train my eye, because when I got obsessed with keeping those as pets, I was always searching in my yard once I realized they're all around me, how I can look for them. And so my mind started to kind of do this weird thing now where it's like, and I'm sure a lot of people who do the wildlife stuff can see it too. It's like I can kind of break apart shapes of the animal. As long as I know what I'm looking for, I can kind of break apart the shapes out of like a bunch of vegetation and stuff like that, given like I'm given a decent amount of time to do it. And so it's getting to the point now where it's like I can pull up to an area by some water and stuff like that, and the water can be pretty mucky and nasty. Like I was out last night and it was dark, it was mucky and nasty, but I was able to just see some frogs and some fish and just kind of pick stuff apart. So it was pretty cool.
Like if I look at that, like I said, I look at the pond, all I'm gonna see is sticks and leaves. That's it.
Yeah. It definitely takes a little bit of practice to do it, but you'll find it. Like I said, once you start getting the eye for it, it only gets better.
Oh, you were still there. I thought the screen went blank. I was like, you're not there.
Oh yeah, no,
okay.
Yeah, my phone's kind of breaking connection. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you want to stop there, that's fine. We can leave it at that. We'll get together maybe next time you have a better connection. Hopefully. I mean,
I was just gonna say I don't know what's going on. I think the internet's dropping out of my house, but thank you so much for having me on, man. This has been awesome. Like I'd love to get back on.
Hey, no problem. Hey, let's schedule something again, and we'll go from there. But I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate it, and I apologize if I made you rush back from work. I apologize.
No, dude. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry for telling you a time and then not committing to it. I promise you, I'll be right on time. And
no worries.
Thank you so much.
I know things get in the way, man. No worries.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Well, it was nice talking to you, and then we'll keep in touch. We'll schedule something back up in the near future.
All right, bet. I promise I'll have better connection.
All right, man. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
So that was it. That was Caveman Wildlife.